This podcast is brought to you in part by Loot Crate. So we just got out of Spider-Man Civil War featuring Captain America. I'm just saying, he stole the show. We don't really need IMDb, so Captain America Civil War, Chris Evans is Captain America, Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark.
I just want to point out, did anybody else notice in the credits when they're saying who the assistants to the other actors were? The assistant to Chris Evans was Josh Peck from Drake and Josh.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that was funny. Okay.
Josh Peck was the assistant to Chris Evans, so I guess times are getting tough.
For him. Well, you know what? Drake Bell's... Yeah, I was going to say, Drake Bell's doing the Spider-Man voice in the show, I think, yeah.
His show on Fox called Grandfather.
Yeah, with John Stamos.
Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow. Which one of the Olsens is it for? Elizabeth Olsen for Scarlet Witch. Paul Bentley as Vision. Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye. Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther. Let's see if I got everybody. Yeah, Morgan. I was about to say Morgan Freeman. Wow, Paul Freeman as or Martin Freeman. Sorry.
Well, what is he? He's like a...
Paul Rudd is
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
He was Giant Man also.
Giant Man also. You're right. And the movie itself is a loosely based adaptation of the Civil War comics where Captain America and Iron Man do part ways because of a summit that's being created to put the heroes, or the Avengers in this case, in check for their actions and responsibility. Now, I've been hyped for this film since the first teaser for the Avengers when Captain America and Iron Man had that few out, like, oh, what are you? Genius, billionaire, playboy, financial. I'm like, all right, I know where this is leading to. Even in the announcement when they were doing Phase 3 and I saw Serpent Society, I'm like, they're not going to do Serpent Society. Civil War comes out, and then, I thoroughly enjoyed this film. It was... Well, I'm going to get into why, but overall, this is springing off of Winter Soldier. I will say this, and it's only by a hair. I did slightly, literally by a point, enjoy Winter Soldier a bit more, only because it was more of a surprise. I didn't expect to enjoy Winter Soldier that much. But Civil War was very, I think the beginning was, they were getting into the character development without, really getting into spoiler territory yet. They were getting into the fact that, this character fights for this character is supporting this. Chadwick Boseman, his as Black Panther, for why he's doing what he's doing makes sense. But, yes. Time. Okay, sorry. And overall, the airport battle was phenomenal. It was amazing. It was spectacular. It was sensational. One might say it was ultimate because of a certain web of a certain superhero that came into battle, because we forgot to mention Tom Holland as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So I'll let everybody spring off of how they felt about the movie, but if I could give it a score...
How many webs out of 4?
Oh, it gets 10 webs out of 4. As for the movie, I'm debating if I want to give it a 3.5 or a 4. I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 4. I know it's a low, but I'm going to give Civil War a 3.4. If Spider-Man had a little bit more screen time, it might have gotten a 4. Okay.
This movie gets a 4.
All right.
By me because, the fighting was amazing. I'm glad they brought in the guys who did John Wick in order to do the fight scenes and everything to help out with that. Spider-Man was amazing.
And spectacular. And ultimate.
No.
And the ultimate.
Ultimate is Miles.
No, it was Peter Parker first. Then
True.
Miles.
True. Was Peter then Miles, but Miles is superior, remember.
Oh, he is superior also.
Yes.
Superior
And
Spider-Man.
he has a web of his life, which is ultimate. He's just amazing.
I stayed Team Cap the whole entire way.
Yeah, I will say that. I went into this movie.
You can go back to Jared if he needs to. But, I stayed Team Cap the whole entire way. I like the way his fighting has developed more, the arrogance of what it really came down to is, do you really want to be subject to another higher authority like the last few times they've had the World Security Council, they've had Nick Fury. It's like, if you're going to be like a team, make your own rules and put the consequences on you, not, oh, the UN sent us in, so go blame the UN for sending us in and people die. So you kind of want to take responsibility for himself. I like that. That was way better. Iron Man's an asshole.
That's been established that's been established since the first Iron Man.
He's a billionaire playboy.
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah.
Narcissistic?
Yeah.
Yes. Narcissistic.
But at the end, I do understand his grievance, and it is understandable of why he wanted to do what he wanted to do at the very end of the movie. It's very understandable.
On the issues.
Heck, you find out someone that you're helping right now, after you're fighting, now helping, killed your mother, you'd want to fucking kill him.
He should have said Martha.
I think the dig for
They were the wrong
I think the dig at Batman
Made
vs
less.
Superman was at the end when he got that letter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a dig in there.
I was just like, really?
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was a dig. But this movie's amazing. I can't wait till Spider-Man gets his own movie.
Spider-Man Homecoming, I
wait to
got
see
it
that.
marked.
It gives me hope for every other movie that's coming out.
2 years.
And Marvel has done it again.
All right. I agree. Marvel has done it again. I'm going to have to give this one, I want to go 4, but I'm actually going to go to 3.7. And while I want to say, because I wanted more Spidey, that's just my own reason. That's not a legitimate reason. My biggest issue, actually, with the whole movie, I had 2 big issues. One was the first few fight scenes were way too choppy. I just felt like they were very badly edited together. And then I wanted them to stick to the comics a little more. And they didn't. And there were no major character deaths at all. Like, the biggest thing was that Rhodes got paralyzed.
Yeah. I mean, I think the thing is like, again, Civil War in the comics is like this big moment in the Marvel cinematic, like not cinematic universe, just the Marvel universe, where like heroes are divided.
Yeah.
And the ending really stands out, and you don't really get that same impact, but it's a loose adaptation of it. I think ultimately they should have offed off one of the heroes.
No,
That's
it was still definitely a fantastic movie.
All right, hold on. Let me cut you off right there because, I'm going to rain on your parade here because, we're going to shoot down Spider-Man a little bit here because, why? We have to remember here, though he is a Marvel character, he is a Sony character. They wasted money putting out,
That is
what was
not
that again?
a waste of
A
money.
Sony movie at the end?
No.
That's like, hey, let's go over here and, hey, Superman, your movie wasn't out this year, what was it? Earlier this year? Yeah. Come up here. Come on. We know Batman had the whole movie and you were in it for like 10 minutes. Granted, your boy was great. Loved him. Scene was excellent. Fight scene was better. I would give props because I'll tell you right now, I blew my load when a Giant Man. That was where it was. Black Panther was a little, Captain America's great. It's kind of sad when Thor and Hulk are absent when the rest of the Avengers were in this movie. But back off, Jared. I will make this like work. I think we have to look forward to is Doctor Strange.
Okay.
All right, you're mentioning Doctor Strange. Really? Like in this? Are you like... I'm excited for it, but he really doesn't play well. Like when they said, where's Banner and where's Thor, I was like, well, they're going to explain that in Thor Ragnarok.
Okay, well, here we go.
That's happening at the same time.
So we'll get a little technical here.
So why
with
Doctor
Marvel
Strange?
movies, why does the bad guy got to die off? Why can't they keep one bad guy?
Loki.
One bad guy. That's it.
Hold on.
So you mean to tell me only one bad guy can survive?
Barrisimo. He's still alive.
He'll be dead the next movie.
No, I think if there's one villain that they really messed up on, it's in Age of Ultron with Von Strucker. Oh my gosh. Von Strucker. They really wasted him because he plays such a huge role in the comics. In Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's not the same. It's
So what? You just need a Von Strucker.
No, I mean, I'm okay with them like changing things and altering things. Like, keep in mind,
I mean,
everything in
I
the
kind of
Marvel
understand
universe
where
is
the
like,
storyline in this was going on. You know, it was kind of like, you know, we didn't get the death of Cap, and it kind of
yeah.
hurts a
You
little
can
bit.
I mean, it's
But, you know, you kind of expect it because it is modern times. We can't just kill off big name characters,
unless
highly
you're
priced
DC.
actors.
I mean, unless you're DC.
Well, that's because you
No, I
know
think
if you're desperate and you need to get the Justice League out, I'm allowed to say that on this podcast, right? Oh well, you didn't answer me, so.
Well, yeah, you can. It's in spoiler territory.
I know. Well, yeah,
Plus,
pretty.
the
I'm
movie came out, like,
pretty sure nobody's
2
going to
months
listen to
ago.
this because I'm on it, and they're going to be like, "Oh, is that guy from Horror, Sci-Fi, and More?" Like, they suck.
Way to sponsor your site.
Yeah, I know.
On another
Oh,
podcast.
hold on, cheap plug. Horror, Sci-Fi, and More. But anyway, all in all, 5 stars out of 5.
Really?
I give it 5, man.
We give you a spot on guest starring on our podcast.
I
You
give it
do
a
out of
5
What
out
the
of
heck?
5. I give it 5 out of 5. I could chop. I don't want to chop it down because you know why? It's hands down slightly better than Winter Soldier, better than First Avenger, better than what
Yeah, I
Age of
will say
Ultron threw up in our mouths. But I have to admit, I like where it's going right now. Doctor Strange coming up. What do we got after that? Thor Ragnarok.
In this order, no. Actually, in this order, it's Doctor Strange, then Black Panther,
Sorry, Junior, for stealing your time here.
then Guardians.
You got anything to plug?
Oh, actually, no, because Spider-Man. No. Spider-Man: Homecoming took Thor's spot, so then it's Guardians, then Thor, then I believe it's the Ant-Man sequel, Infinity Wars Part 1, then Captain Marvel. I don't know where Inhumans is because they're constantly.
Humans is last.
Yeah.
Humans has been pushed off the schedule into phase 4.
Because
Yeah.
you really don't need it. Because right now you have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Plus, the Russo brothers have announced that the Infinity Wars.
It's not going to be
It's not gonna
titled
be titled.
Infinity Wars.
Cap will die in Infinity Wars. That's my bet.
They're all going to die in the first one, and then
Yeah.
they'll come back in the second one,
Well,
and then Howard the Duck.
I mean, like for good.
will show up in the.
Like I don't think Cap's coming back for that one.
Yeah. Imagine that asshole shite. Looking at the screen, hey, look, it's Donald Duck. Why is he in it? That's not. I swear, some rookie ass comic book fan.
Look, as long as they don't kill Spider-Man, I'm good.
They ain't gonna kill Spider-Man. You got a long way to go.
And even if they do Miles Morales, will be
No, I'm telling you right now, they don't need to do Miles Morales. If they stick with Tom Holland, they're smooth.
So they finally found something good. Don't jump now.
And
Don't jump ship now.
This was actually a kid for once, not 30.
the first the first Peter Parker, because like both Andrew and Toby were casted when they were 26. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
this
I like how this went from Captain America Civil War to let's talk about Spider-Man.
It's Jared.
yeah, because the movie is called Spider-Man Civil War, featuring Captain America.
Spider-Man Homecoming, we don't know who the villain's going to be. My speculation is I think they should go with either Craven or Mysterio.
It's rumored to be Vulture, Scorpion is in the running, and Michael Keaton was a part of it.
Oh, let's go with Sam Raimi's idea.
Yeah, for Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, it sounds like the Flash movie.
Actually,
Let's not do the TV show because we don't want that guy on our show, but we'll steal the storyline for our movie.
we have actually our Spider-Man review coming up, so it should be up within the next month.
This podcast.
I'm gonna say. Anybody else?
Charlie, go ahead, man.
Yeah, sure.
Give it a shot.
I mean, I'm just going to say, I haven't actually seen any of the previous Captain America movies or even, the only thing I've...
So this is great. So
Yeah.
going into this as a film itself,
Yeah.
how do you like it?
I mean, I enjoyed it a lot. Going into this, the only thing from the Marvel Cinematic Universe I have seen are the 3 Iron Man films and the 2 Avengers movies. I have not seen anything else beyond that, and it pains me to say that. Going into this, though, I mean, I was excited, and it delivered. I liked it a lot. Was learning a few things along the way, like how the Winter Soldier worked, and that whole thing right there was kind of cool. Spider-Man was awesome as well. Seeing Ant-Man grow into fucking Giant Man, that was just like, oh my god, they actually did that. So that was cool. Definitely enjoyed it. I'm still trying to collect my thoughts on it. As far as what side I took. I mean, it was kind of back and forth. I understand both Cap's points and Iron Man's point of view as well. So I'm kind of like in the middle with the two. Both are right, but then again, at the same time, both are wrong. I mean, you can't have it both ways. Where it's going to go from here definitely is. I definitely want to see where it goes from here, because you said, what, Doctor Strange is coming up next?
Doctor Strange is coming up next, but he really doesn't play like a
Right,
huge
he doesn't
role
play a
yet.
huge...
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this has on the rest of the films coming.
I was going to say, with Black Panther, you'll definitely see the
Yeah,
fact
definitely
that,
see it with Black Panther.
Spider-Man Homecoming, because Robert Downey Jr. is confirmed to reprise his role.
Because it's supposed to be Doctor Strange, then we'll
Yeah.
get Guardians 2, then Spider-Man.
But Guardians really doesn't have...
Yeah,
That's
Guardians
so
is
out there, yeah.
Guardians is its own unique little thing. I mean,
For now.
I mean,
They
it's
introduce the main villain.
yeah, it's all going to tie in with Infinity Wars. I mean, it's definitely all going to tie in with Infinity Wars. So I mean, I'm just wondering, are we going to start seeing anything from the TV series start to bleed, like the Netflix ones? I mean,
Oh, I got that.
are we going to start seeing?
I was gonna say
Are
that.
we going to start seeing Daredevil and Punisher bleed in? Is that?
I was going to say the actress that played the black lady from
No, she's playing a different character.
a different... Oh, she is? I was going to say, yeah.
I don't know why they did it that way. But
Yeah, it's weird. Well, maybe she's have another alias.
maybe she, yeah.
Hired from S.H.I.E.L.D. or something. But the black lady that was like, oh, this is my son. Yeah, Chris Spencer. She's going to appear in Luke Cage, the Netflix series. Now, if Marvel's still keeping it the way they are, they said, like I was saying, by Infinity Wars Part 1 and 2, they want to have 67 characters.
That is insane.
It's insane, but it's possible because they're already established. Now, as far as I'm concerned, Kevin Feige said that he still wants some of the Netflix series characters to appear in that.
Right.
They'll be small in it, but they'll still be a part of it. Because as the phase go, I believe Punisher got announced, but that's in a different phase. But
Right.
it's Luke Cage, then Iron Fist, then the Defenders. By the time you get to Defenders, it'll be Infinity Wars Part 1 and 2, around that area. So maybe we'll see a springboard of that, even if it's just a small, like, hey, Matt Murdock comes into the courtroom and he's like, I defend these heroes. I'll be okay with that. Or suddenly there's like small time, like Luke Cage is fighting. You see, oh yeah, I remember with Spider-Man, you know. So I'm all right
It's
with it.
definitely going to be interesting to
What is
see
that?
over here.
Oh,
I
it's
really
paper.
can't wait to see more, and I'm an idiot. I need to catch up with everything that has happened before. I need to see Guardians, because everyone keeps telling me, dude, you need to see Guardians. Why have you not seen Guardians? Because I'm a fucking idiot, and I do not have a lot of free time.
Guardians is literally Star Wars meets the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like that's
So
the best
basically
way.
everything owned by Disney.
What, you tell people that? Yeah, I'm telling you, it's like the best of both worlds. It's like as a kid, you're always like, man, if I could just take the two things I love and put them together.
And the mouse is just sitting there, like, rolling in all the money.
And you got Spider-Man. Yo, all we need is Optimus Prime to roll in here, and I'm like, you know what, Disney, just you win.
And you ruined it with the Transformer reference.
Yeah, kind of.
Junior, you want to?
Although technically, the Transformers are within the Marvel universe because Marvel did the Transformers.
They
comics.
did.
She technically also is G.I. Joe.
Exactly.
So
When are we going to get the amalgam movies?
That's what I want to know.
Are
Yeah,
we
it's
going to
like,
get the amalgam movies at any time?
I can't.
well, I'm gonna give my input on this movie. I give it a 5 out of 5. It was pretty good.
Dude,
You know,
that's Arthur's scale.
You know,
Exactly, like it's just.
me personally, I liked it. You know, it was a lot of surprises when I walked in. I thought it was going to be like, a Dread movie, but the fight scenes were kind of pretty good. And Ant-Man, surprise, and Spider-Man, he did his thing. I ain't going to lie. You know, even though I wonder who invited the pizza boy, but I'm just saying.
Okay.
But, I was kind of disappointed in the Black Panther a little bit, though. He could have done a little bit better, but they could have shifted off, with a storyline a little bit. But, other than that, it was pretty good, though,
So I guess, that concludes this podcast. We're actually right on time. I mean, before we head out, we'll go around. Last time, again, I said that I switched sides. We'll do real quick for a Civil War. No.
About
Who's?
favorite scenes?
Huh?
Favorite scenes?
We kind of didn't.
I feel like that was part of the.
I was about to say, like, that was it. I was just going to say, before we go,
When
Before we go around, we already got our scores. The overall score is going to be a 4 out of 4 for the Guys Night crew and guest. Thank you again for horror, sci-fi, and more for guest stars. Subscribe to us first, but subscribe. Buck.
Okay, so Bucky.
I'll edit. So before we head out, we already got our scores. Whose team? I already said that I switched from Team Cap to Team Iron Man.
Cap.
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 I'm staying neutral.
Well, you all suck. So,
Until next time, this has been Jared Avery.
Rashawn.
Josh. Bucky. Junior.
Charlie.
All right, remember we do for the sake of the podcast. Until next time, we're out.